Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Trending topics explode. When the phrase chosen couple once again topped the trending searches, many people initially clicked on it out of curiosity. However, no one expected that those few moments between Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin in Meteor Shower would be like a precisely targeted emotional bomb, igniting the entire internet. The new pairing of Wang Haozhen and Guo Yuxin is hailed by many as a true chosen couple. It's not simply about putting good-looking people together, rather, their personalities, emotional rhythms, and plot developments perfectly complement each other, as if the script was waiting for them. One is reserved, the other extroverted, one restrained, the other passionate. When they meet, sparks fly naturally. It's not artificially sweetened marketing, nor a forced pairing of good looks, it's a sense of genuine emotional connection that you can believe at first glance. When the camera zooms in, the two stand there, their auras blending naturally, their emotions flowing effortlessly, as if the story was always meant to unfold this way. Many viewers said that the moment they saw the two make eye contact, their hearts tightened instinctively. It wasn't the excitement of shipping them, but rather a resonance with the story. Even more wonderfully, the updated cast of Meteor Garden completely shattered the comfort zone of fixed pairings in the short drama genre. When Liu Xiaoxu's wrap-up photos were released, viewers who were still immersed in the lingering regret of the old CP were suddenly pulled back. But when the stills of Guo Yuxin and Wang Haozhen together appeared, the sweetness wasn't something compared, but rather a direct overwhelm. Before you even had time to process it, you'd find that the XCP filter in your heart was being quietly washed away. The change in the comments section was particularly real. One second they were saying "I can't bear to part with Liu Xiaoxu," the next they were collectively changing their tune, "Goodbye, Liu Xiaoxu." This goodbye wasn't harsh, nor was it a denial of the past, but a mature farewell, acknowledging that there was once attraction, but willing to make way for a more compatible emotion. Viewers finally realized that what truly captivates is not memories, but the heartbeat of the present moment. The greatest strength of Meteor Shower lies in its subtle, gradual permeation of detail, rather than relying on exaggerated plot points. A pausing breath, an unspoken glance, a delicate approach, all are filmed with remarkable restraint. Wang Haozhen portrays the restrained tenderness with remarkable composure, while Guo Yuxin, with her relaxed yet sincere demeanor, fully fleshes out the character's emotional layers. The two aren't just acting sweet, but genuinely living within their character's relationship. It's precisely because of this that viewers willingly transfer their emotions. It's not forgetting the past, but being convinced by the new chemistry. Short dramas are never short of hype, but what's truly rare is this kind of pairing that makes people willing to let go of preconceived notions and feel a renewed spark. As more and more people begin to acknowledge that the couple in Meteor Shower is more than just likable, but perfectly matched, will you suddenly find yourself quietly joining the ranks of this new couple, without even a thought of resistance? When these two character storylines truly intersect, the tension of the plot reaches its peak. Zhai and Liu Yiying's first direct confrontation lacks deliberate flirtation or cliched slow motion, it's simply a seemingly polite yet subtly sharp exchange, a silent exchange of probing glances. The palpable pressure in the air makes viewers hold their breath. This isn't a signal of romance, but rather two predators confirming each other's fangs. What's most captivating is that their relationship isn't a one-sided redemption. Zhai isn't a domineering CEO, and Liu Yiying isn't a Cinderella waiting to be rescued. He navigates power and secrets with calculated steps, while she calmly moves forward amidst truth and hatred. Their approach is more like an alliance with ulterior motives, knowing the danger, yet still choosing to stand side by side. This emotional game, tinged with a sense of strategic maneuvering, is more deadly than a straightforward confession. Many viewers, while watching the drama, exclaimed, "This is the kind of ambiguous relationship adults should watch." Every approach they make is accompanied by testing the waters, every act of concern may harbor hidden calculations. Yet, precisely at the most inopportune moments, emotions suddenly spiral out of control. An unintentional act of shielding someone, a silent companionship late at night, these are like cracks in a hard shell, revealing clearly that they are actually more lonely than anyone else. The attention to detail is another reason why Meteor Garden has been so highly praised. Zhai's occasional expressions of weariness seem to remind the audience that this man at the pinnacle of power is not safe, Liu Yining's slightly tense jawline when the camera pans across her reveals her persistent guardedness. These emotions are not explicitly stated in the dialogue, but they resonate repeatedly on screen, making the characters three-dimensional and real. It is precisely because of this that the audience is unconsciously drawn into this relationship. You know that their closeness may bring an even bigger storm, yet you still can't help but look forward to the next scene between them. Some viewers joked in the comments, "This isn't romance, it's a high IQ battle." But then they turned around and kept watching a single glance. When sweetness and danger, tenderness and calculation coexist, the relationship is no longer a simple flutter of the heart, but a gamble that could spiral out of control at any moment. The question is, as the truth is gradually revealed, and his positions and emotions inevitably tear apart, will this couple, dubbed the Chosen One, choose to sink together, or push each other away? What's even more remarkable is that this atmosphere isn't built on sweet moments, but rather a naturally occurring chemical reaction. There's no deliberate closeness, no forced hand-holding, and often they were just standing side by side, yet the tension of being close yet distant is more heart-pounding than straightforward intimacy. You'll find that even if they were just standing in the same frame and doing nothing, the scene is already complete. Many viewers noticed a detail: when Wang Haozhen was acting opposite Guo Yuxin, his gaze was noticeably more controlled and steady. He doesn't stare intently at her, but only glances up at crucial moments, as if restrained, or perhaps confirming something. It's the suppressed emotion that makes the character both dangerous and captivating. In contrast, Guo Yuxin's responses are never superficial. A brief pause, a slightly averted gaze, they all seem to tell the audience, she's not unaware, she just chooses not to say at this scene. But not saying interaction is precisely the most fatal aspect of adult relationships. It lacks the fervor of youth, but possesses the weight of time's sedimentation. Someone commented in the live chat, "This couple doesn't seem like they just met, more like they've known each other for a long time, but have never crossed that line." This single sentence directly captures the essence of this couple. Coupled with the realistic urban setting of Meteor Garden, all the ambiguity is amplified to feel even more real. The office lights, the nighttime street scenes, the reflections of their figures side by side in the glass, every scene subtly enhances their relationship. The audience isn't driven by the plot, but rather, unconsciously, persuaded by these details. It's no wonder some say the biggest draw of this couple is their enduring appeal. At first glance, you might just find them pleasing to the eye. At second glance, you start to appreciate them, and by the third glance, you are already hopelessly immersed in their relationship. Before you know it, you find yourself anticipating their next scene together, their next eye contact, even their next moment of silence. When a relationship transcends mere sweetness and relies on layers of atmosphere, rhythm, and emotion, it has quietly crossed the boundaries of a typical couple. So the question arises, if one day the plot truly tears away all restraint and lays bare those suppressed emotions, will this sugar-free yet more captivating pairing directly break your defenses? More importantly, this charm doesn't just remain on the surface data, it quickly translates into widespread discussion and fan creation. The number of pre-orders is merely the first hurdle. What truly speaks volumes is the spontaneous spread of recommendations in the discussion forums. Some analyze frame-by-frame changes in their gazes, some repeatedly replay screenshots of their backs together, and others even start threads predicting the future of their relationship, as if participating in a large-scale emotional game in advance. The fact that viewers are willing to invest their energy in interpreting this pairing shows that they have already surpassed the stage of ordinary celebrity duos.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.